Get ready with me while we talk about triggers. Okay, here we go. So, um, let's start with being triggered is absolutely normal. Everybody does it at some point. Um, yeah, so be kind to yourself. Secondly, so triggers are usually things that make us angry or make us want to like run and hide or fight everybody. And usually stemming from like guilt, shame, whether that was programmed into you or past life experiences, things of that sort. Okay, so bear with me. So something that used to trigger me was when people would say to let the light in. But I found that what they mean, even though they're probably saying it in a malicious way and trying to be an asshole about things, is usually that the things that are triggering you are things that you need to look at. As much as you don't want to, as much as you're like, no, that's not what this is, blah, 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 because trust me, I've been there and I did the same thing. So let me help you jump the process. So these are things that you need to process when that situation, whatever that person said, whatever that person did, when you get pushed into that fight or flight response, fight, flight, or freeze, these are usually things that need to be processed. And so you can look at it as exposure therapy. So when these things come up, it's like, okay, why is this bothering me? Let me think if I can think of an example. Okay, I can't think of any examples at the moment, and the ones that I can't think of, I don't want to use because they are pertaining to specific people, and I just don't want to use that. So we're gonna keep rolling. So when you're feeling triggered, when somebody says something you don't like, the best thing to do is to look at why it is upsetting you. Well, a lot of the time you can think that it's like something surface level. Sometimes these situations are something that like can bring up like feelings, I guess, of shame. Like for me, there was one time I was at work and this guy would walk by and he would say a specific substance that I used to use every time he passed me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, and it used to infuriate me, okay? When I say infuriate, I was ready to fight. Because like at first it was like, oh, this is a coincidence, like no big deal, but then like it kept happening and kept happening and kept happening, and it was like, okay, like let's do this then, bitch. However, I did end up quitting the job, but see, when situations like that are happening, do not give your power away. Like giving people the power to provoke a reaction out of you, that for one is gonna make you look crazy, because people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like, that wasn't even anything to do with you. And honestly, sometimes it probably isn't. There's been times that I've walked by people and they've just said like a specific word and I thought it was pertaining to me, but it really wasn't. That was just my own subconscious like trying to make me feel shame or whatever. And it literally had nothing to do with me, but it would still piss me off and I'd be ready to fight the world. But in that moment, those feelings of rage and like getting triggered, those are gifts, because those are things that you need to look at, that you need to process. Whether you do it through therapy, I've seen some people use ChatGPT, I've seen people do journaling, poetry, literally any type of way for you to like really get to the root of why does this thing bother me so much. Like whether it pertains to like when people call somebody the GAY word and it like makes them mad, it usually stems from childhood and being shamed for being GAY, and so it provokes this like sense of unsafe and I need to fight, and ooh, there goes my beauty blender. Things of that sort. So when these things come up, firstly, be kind to yourself. Like, there are still times that I run into things that will absolutely trigger me. And sometimes I do not act favorably. I am not perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. So, be kind to yourself. But know that whatever it is that is triggering you, you're not alone. You absolutely are not alone. And that nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has challenges and trauma and literally just like not always been perfect, you know? And as long, the only thing that matters is if you're okay with you. Self-love is so important. So when these things come up and it's like, oh my god, I'm feeling like that caused me to feel shame, for instance, like when my coworker was talking about me being on substances back when I used to, and I would feel shitty about it, and I'd want to explain my side of the story and all that jazz. In reality, all I needed to do was just remind myself that I'm human and I'm different. I've lived a different life than people, and I'm still out to love myself, and I still deserve to live a great life, and that like my life doesn't have to make sense to anybody except for me and the people who love me. And that's what's important. So don't give your power away. And as much as I hate to say it, let the light in. But that does not require like public shaming or fucking, I don't know, people being assholes about it. It's just a situation for you to look at and for you to process. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with you processing those feelings that come up when you are triggered. So be kind to yourself. And if you made it all the way through this video, please like, comment, share, blah, 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 blah. Okay, love you, bye. Oh yeah, this is the finished look. We are work chic today because a bitch has a day job. Also, just remember, you know, sometimes the trigger or whatever is not your fault. Whatever it is, sometimes that situation was completely out of your hands. But the healing is your responsibility. I love you.